related experience. On one hand, if I wear an optimistic hat and look at the GSTN structure, I say, wow, one common IT network which is used by the central government, state government and taxpayers. And we've seen in the income tax that use of technology can really make the tax administration efficient. But on the other hand, there have been several technology glitches that we've seen. E-way bills had to be sort of deferred further, the implementation, because of error in estimation of the load that GSTN will take. Any one or two major areas within GSTN which you still see are a concern and they need to be addressed as a top priority?
There are quite a few. I think the most critical thing is transition credits. I think a lot of companies are facing this huge challenge of transitionary credits affecting their cash flow. There's still no clarity on that. Now, somebody missed filing a return or missed putting in some data. There's no recourse or remedy to kind of rectify it. So these are very operational challenges, but what it results into is, again, business, it affects the business directly. So that's one big issue. Generally speaking, what we started with is a huge experiment. I think globally this is one of its kind. And we have our own challenges, the federal structure, the states' desire to protect their autonomy, the mindset of that to control, physically control movement of goods, inspect and also all that continues. And to implement this entire compliance through technology, looking at all the compliances, the size of the country, the borders that we have, state barriers we have, I mean, it's very good to hear that's one nation, one tax, but I think it's still a work in progress largely. It's a bittersweet experience that industry and all the stakeholders have had. We have had some great achievements, but yes, coming back to the technology, I think it's a huge task. We kind of rushed in, we bit more than we could have chewed, and then because of this rush, the technology is not clear. There are two sides to it. One is the technology capable of what we desire to achieve? That's one question. And
right.
Are we ready and how much time do we need to actually reach there? So I think we are somewhere in between.
Right.
The technology should be, I mean, it's believed that it is capable, but we need more time and more experience to rectify and come to a situation where we call it a settled. That was your first question.
Right. Technology is a backbone of GST, and there are teething problems. And I mentioned that taxpayers have already taking help or approaching courts. And on the context of technology, I'm sure many of us would have read few observations from a recent Bombay High Court judgment on the GSTN technology. High Court basically expressed discontent on the state of affairs, saying that it's not tax friendly, and this was a writ filed by one of the taxpayer because they were not able to process certain things on GSTN. Very interesting observation, a tax like goods and services tax was highly publicized, termed as popular, but we have yet not seen a celebration of the new tax regime. But that has followed with a great hue and cry. These celebrations means nothing. The special sessions of the parliament or special or extraordinary meetings of the council would mean nothing to the taxpayers unless they obtain easy access to the website and portals. Somesh ji,